So far, we have already seen the five main structures within a temple known as Pancha Praakaaram. Today, in this session, let us explore the details of all the structural elements that are needed for a major temple. It is important to note that smaller temples cannot afford to have all these structures, and many of them are imagined to be present in order to perform rituals and pujas. However, old temples that were built and maintained by the royal families are very spacious and often houses all the elements that are needed in a temple premise. First and foremost, for the safety of the temple premises, a strong compound wall and entrance towers are required. Previously, we have discussed that this is considered as the feet and ankle of the main deity. Many entrance towers have beautiful architectural elevations and have strong doors tall enough for even elephants to easily enter the temple during processions. Secondly, most of the temples will have a pond. This is for the devotees who wish to take bath before offering prayers. This act is known as Kulichu. Also, during the main festival of the temple, there is a ritual to perform annual immersion Arat of the main deity in the temple pond. Normally, the pond is a shallow water reservoir with side length less than 60 kol, that is 43 meters. Then it is called a kulam, and if bigger, they are known as chira. Some temples will have natural flow of water like a river or stream closer to it instead of a pond. The third important structure is the outer pathway, which is considered as the abdomen of the Lord. In some temples, it will be wide enough for elephants to go around with the main deity. They are usually constructed by laying large stones around the temple. This is situated in the area inside the compound wall, which is generally known as Madilagam. There is a tall roofed big structure in the middle of the pathway in front of the temple. This is known as Anakottil or Shivelipura. The caparisoned elephant with the main deity coming out for Shiveli can stand there comfortably protected from sun or rain. The next prominent structure is the flag post or kodimaram, which is vertical representation of the shrine. The official vehicle of the Lord is positioned at the top of it. It is said that devotees who cannot go inside the temple can also offer prayers by looking at the flag post and is considered as effective as going to the temple itself. The construction of the Kodimaram is like that of the main deity's idol, and there are special offerings and rituals including hoisting special flags during the annual festival. Usually, if a permanent flag post is not present at the temple, then a temporary one will be built during the annual festival. The next major structure is the lamp post, Deepastambam, usually made from rock or bronze. This is a beautiful decorative stand with many oil lamps arranged as layers of circular racks. There must be a minimum of 3 racks, and in some temple they may go up to 18 racks. Another major structure is the big altar stone, Balikallu, which is considered as the chief of the army of the main deity. In addition, there are stones that represent the chief commanders in 8 directions. Some temples may even have a special roof for this, known as Balikalpura. We have covered these altar stones in much more detail in the previous video. As we get inside, we see the Vilakkumadam and Chuttambaram, which are considered as the hands of the Lord. This is constructed around the main sanctum. Large temples will have this in 3 sections. The outermost is known as Vilakkumadam, fixed with hundreds of oil lamps fitted outside for illuminating the temple. The second section has large platforms on either side of the entrance to the sanctum called Valiyambalam. Usually, special homams, group chantings of prayers by devotees are conducted in this place. The structures built on other 3 sides is known as Chuttambalam. There are 3 rooms here which are very important. The Tidappalli kitchen for preparing special food only for the Lord and is located in southeast area. A special room in northeast area of the Chuttambaram known as Mulayar. This room is used for sprouting various grains in 16 pots, which will be used for the annual festival and other special rituals. A separate room can be used for distribution of prasadam, preparation of flower garlands, storerooms and strong rooms, etc. Some temples will have a roofed pathway attached with Chuttambaram known as Idanali for taking pradakshanam around the shrine. We may see some deities installed along this pathway. The roofed platform in front of the shrine is known as Namaskara Mandapam. An idol representing the vehicle of the Lord is kept in front facing the main deity. This platform is used for Vedic chants by priests, special rituals and other programs like Kalasha Puja for Navagabhishekam, etc. Large temples will have big Namaskara Mandapam with beautiful architecture. Inside the Chuttambalam, there will be a well or Kokkarni in northeast corner. Water from this source will be used only for the purpose of rituals for the main deity. Amongst other structures include a dining hall, Agrashala, which is used for feeding priests and devotees. This is generally located on north side of the outer pathway. Some major temples have a separate building called Koothambalam. It is the venue for performing ritual arts like Koothu, Koodiyattam, Krishnanatam, etc. This is generally located on front left side of the temple. Some temples will have shrines for supporting sub-deities outside the outer pathway. Some rare and major temples have shrines for 2 or 3 main deities with equal status inside the Chittambalam. They all will have separate Balikallu and flag posts. Many gardens will be set up inside the Madilagam for growing flowers needed for the day-to-day puja. Almost all temples will have a banyan tree inside the premises. This tree is considered as king of trees growing down from the sky. It is considered that the roots are in the sky representing Lord Brahma, the main stem is representing Lord Vishnu, and the branches and leaves are the nature presided by Lord Shiva. Normally, people go around it 7 times chanting the mantra Mulado Brahma Rubaya Madhyado Vishnu Rubine Agrada Shiva Rubaya Vriksharajaya De Namo Namah. Most of the temples will have an offering counter and an office complex near the main entrance. Thank you and hope that next time you visit a temple, you will notice some of these structures present. Next time, I shall bring to you some architecture variations of shrines of the main deity.